up at the break of dawn. Empty hotel room. Just had to get up, get dressed, get out, and get behind the wheel again. I gotta see your face, I miss you, I miss you. Got a long way left, but I'm gonna make it there tonight. Got my songs on the stereo. It's been a long time coming, but I know we're gonna be alright. Got an open road, I'm heading home. I'm heading home. I'm heading home. I'm heading home again. I've been going round and round, always on the run, but now I'm getting back on the right track. Yeah, I wanna feel you close to me, but you're still far away. I need you, I need you.
All right, today is August 9th. I just got home a little bit ago from my night shift, and I worked kind of a mid, I guess. I started work, realistically, I was doing interviews at like 10:30 today, but story for another time probably, right? This week is the beginning, maybe it'll be a series. I don't know, you know I love a series. So basically we kind of focused this week on starting over. I know the last time I left off, we were in Fort Lauderdale, and I really haven't updated since I got to Atlanta. It's just been a whirlwind. New venue, new job, new moon, new city. I mean, your girl is just in the new, but I just didn't want to leave anybody. It's really just Kai that I don't want to leave hanging, because she did give me this great movie review and I edited it together, and I just couldn't get like my head around like what is happening in my life right now. And I think it's because I'm still in that transition, but I just figure I want to give you a little bit of an update of what I've been doing and what that looks like. So I think I'm just going to insert a bunch of great clips from the past couple weeks and most of August so far, and then I will probably next week kind of focus on like a day in my life as a general manager of a plant-based restaurant. I don't know, something like that. It has been such a great time coming to Atlanta and meeting all the wonderful people that I work with, and kind of seeing those areas of opportunity in the restaurant and kind of making an impact. And even though it's only been 2 weeks, we've done a lot. So I'm grateful for everyone that supports me with what I do, and I definitely want to show you kind of the ins and outs of that, but like we've just been in it. So with that being said, that was pretty much, I was just filming this interview. I've just been filming this intro because I just haven't in a while. I haven't sat down and kind of like just shot the shit with y'all, but I have filmed and I have kind of like taken some video. What's in my pocket? We went to see Twisters the other day. That'll be in here somewhere. Anywho, yeah, I hope you guys are having an incredible summer. I know it's hot out there, so stay hydrated. We always tell you, drink your water, and have a great life. So I hope to see you next week. I'm sorry, it's been a minute. I just really didn't know what to say. And you know me. Your girl's never speechless, so I think we've tried to be as consistent as possible, Kai more than me. So I'll work on it. I'll work on being better, and maybe I just need to stop being such a perfectionist. So maybe that's your takeaway. It doesn't have to be perfect, just be authentic. And that's kind of where I was at today. I was like, I just want to edit, but I didn't necessarily want to film myself for some reason. And then I was like, girl, get over it. Just say hello to the people. So hello people, love you so much. Thank you for coming. And welcome to Atlanta. I don't know, is that what I would say? Love you.
What are you doing? Come here.
am going to be unloading my car right now. I'm gonna pop some shoesies on and just get it emptied out. It's crazy how much I have in my car. I literally barely fit myself. So yeah, let's get our steps in. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven Kai.
Happy August, everybody. It is I, your movie maven Kai, and all the little monsters are about to go back to school, and I think that is just fantastic, and I'm sure that it's a huge weight off of so many of your shoulders. But as an ex-teacher, I can tell you right now that there are so many who need your support, and I'm gonna say that is teachers for 1st, 4th, 5th, 8th, 10th, and 12th. I think those are the teachers that need the most support and the most help, having been someone who has taught almost every single one of those grades. I can tell you they are probably the toughest. I think I've taught, between subbing and everything else, I think I've taught pretty much every grade. I taught 1st grade for one day, and I walked out of there and said, never again will I walk into a 1st grade classroom. And now, as a therapist, I have a client who's going to be a 1st grader next year. So we all have our roads that we're walking down that are trials and tribulations and, you know, all the things. And it's important that, you know, with school, you know, we understand comes a lot of anxiety, a lot of responsibility, and that's whether you're a student, you're a parent, a teacher, anybody, you know, who is going through school or is close to someone who's going through school. It can be very tense and a very stressful environment. So please do take care of yourself, reach out for help when you need it, you know, like therapeutic services are there, but also, guys, tutoring, your professor's office hours, your, you know, high school counselors, like they're there for a reason. Please utilize them in every possible way and make sure that you're doing everything that you can to get the grades and matriculate in a way that's going to be prosperous and productive and also make you happy. Like why make things more difficult for yourself when the help is there? I have one more term after the one I am currently in until I get my master's degree, and I'm very stoked about it. So all of this to say, sometimes you need to have escapism within something that feels kind of fun and ridiculous, and those are some of my movies, my favorite movies. Those are the ones that I talk about the most, and this week I want to talk about Death Becomes Her, because, and I love this movie so much. It's oh god, it's Bruce Willis, it's Meryl Streep, it's Goldie Hawn, 3 of my favorite people in the world, and then also Isabella Rossellini, who is just absolutely gorgeous and flawless. And if you've never seen the movie, it's 2 people who were friends back in the day, and always had this spark of competition. They were always, you know, out to do better than the other. Meryl Streep plays, of course, this, you know, actress that had this life and this, you know, the money and the fame and all of that. And Goldie Hawn plays her friend, who was always very plain and in the shadows. She falls in love with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis ended up being a really big fan of Meryl Streep's. So she takes him to, you know, the show that she's got going. That's absolutely terrible. They meet, fall in love. He's a very gifted plastic surgeon, and so, you know, her career, of course, is just something that continues to be wonderful and youthful. And Goldie Hawn ends up gaining a ton of weight, looking haggard, living on her own with a bunch of cats. And that ammonia does do just a number on your skin. But she finds a way to regain her youth very quickly, and she writes a book about, this beauty regimen that she has, and Meryl Streep hears about it and finds out that she found different means of regaining her youth. And it's such a great movie. It's so incredibly quotable, but I feel like it's something that speaks so much to the beauty standards that are held, and the lengths that people are willing to go to, and all of those things. But it also gives you that sense, that idea of, if you could live forever, if you could be young and beautiful forever, at what cost? And we think about it so much. I grew up in the industry. I live in Los Angeles. I'm surrounded, like I was talking about the other day, every single one of my friends is hot, and it's really annoying because they're also a little bit younger than I am. And I think about it all the time. I have a beauty regimen, and I do my collagen in the morning and my coffee, and you drink an insane amount of water, and I spend so much on moisturizers and serums and all of that. And I think I look pretty good for 42 considering I'm not wearing any makeup, save for a little bit of color on my eyebrows just so they show up on camera. But it's always in the back of your mind that you sit there and you think about all of the the abuse and everything that you put your body through. But would you want to live forever? Would you want to have that kind of maintenance and care? And it's the same thing that these two go through. The frenemies. Who are you going to hang out with? Who are you going to have to spend all that time with? Who are you going to have to watch go off and live their lives and be happy? So it's a fantasy horror kind of revenge rom-com. It's a lot of things, guys, but above all, it's hilarious, and it's supremely cast and wonderfully acted, and some of the best movie makeup from the 90s that you'll watch. So go check out Death Becomes Her, especially if you've never seen it. I believe they are coming out with a musical. They keep talking about doing remakes, but it's one of those movies like, why would we remake this? It was absolutely perfect to begin with. If you're a fan of any of these actors, you'll love it. It's a huge a departure from what Bruce Willis was really, kind of doing at that point, which was interesting to see. And then it's, Goldie Hawn doing like her best kind of flighty actress. It's like, if you loved her in First Wives Club, this is her as like the mean version of First Wives Club. And then Meryl Streep is just perfect all the time. So check that out. Make sure that, the beginning of this school year, as it comes into the end of, the calendar year, you start it off well and you end it well. And, you pursue those new goals, but you tie up the loose ends. You know what I mean? Starting over means a lot of things to a lot of people. And so, starting a new school year and ending a calendar year, that's, ending your summer, but then starting your new year. There's a lot to kind of consider when you're getting ready to do all of those things. And with all of the holidays that are in the middle of it, it can become so stressful. So like I said, guys, start everything as best you can and keep it in that rhythm for as long as you can. All right? Drink your water, take your meds. We'll see you next week.
Do you want nachos?
Contemplate turning back.
2 seconds just because I never am ready when I start filming. Is that okay? I don't know. We're just backlit is kind of what the deal is. Probably should be doing this, but what did I even say? Oh, that's a whole nother light. Ah. Oh my.